Well, the Dixie fire forcing hundreds of people to evacuate. It's a process that's stressful, not just on the body, but also on the mind. ABC10's Monica Coleman has how people are doing and some help that's on the way. She's joining us live from Westwood in Lassen County tonight. Monica.
Madison, I want to start with the conditions first here in Westwood. You can see those winds are starting to pick up right now. Authorities telling me that a thunderstorm is on the way. That is a huge concern for fire crews because the wind means that it will pick up those flames and move them across this area. But I did spend the day here in Westwood, but also in Susanville, talking with those who had to evacuate. They say that this time is very traumatic, it's scary, and they just don't know about the future of their homes and their livelihoods. But I did speak with a therapist who said she's bringing help their way.
The first part was really hard, is not knowing, waiting to hear if we had a house.
Teresa and Craig McDonald have fled the town of Chester for the second time. Thursday, they sit outside a tent that they now temporarily call home at the Susanville Evacuation Center.
So how is living in a tent? It's okay if you're a camper and you like it.
The McDonalds have sought refuge here for 8 days with their two dogs, Bonnie and Clyde, and say they try to stay optimistic about the unknown of when they will return home, but it can be frustrating.
There's times of crying and there's times of, yeah, it's hard.
Teresa and Craig tell me they are doing fine mentally, especially because they know their home is okay. But for people who need support, Darla Gale is helping out. She is a trauma therapist and began working with fire survivors during the 2018 Camp Fire and says it's important that survivors receive mental health services so they can process through their emotions and experiences.
Some of the signs of somebody needing mental health help are going to be depression. They're going to be isolating. They're going to be withdrawing. We also have to pay attention to the suicidality aspect that not a lot of people talk about.
Gail and her team are taking mental health services straight to those in need and will be giving free sessions to fire survivors from their 37-foot motorhome.
We will be taking the motorhome up to the Dixie fire areas, and we will be loading it with donations. And on top of that, we'll be doing crisis group counseling.
Madison, I want to bring you back out here live. Take a look at these winds. They're moving the trees back and forth. You can see these flags waving so quickly in these wind speeds. This is a huge concern again for fire crews who are fighting this fire just a mile down from where I'm at. They told me that they made a fire line and that fire has already jumped that fire line, and they're worried that the thunderstorm will bring even quicker, faster winds. And this is just not good when it comes to trying to contain this thing.
Absolutely not. It is more than 510,000 acres as we speak. The possibility for it to grow is there. All right, Monica, thank you. Of course, we're going to be watching that very closely.